Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Arthur. So thank you for the invite. I will be telling about serious gaming in the Sense Garden, a project which originated in 2017. We were with a team from different countries, 4 different countries, and we started with an idea that I think this is, yeah, okay. We started with an idea with the snoezelruimte. I think everybody knows about the snoezelruimte. Snoezelen, something that was invented in the 70s. And there were 2 Dutch therapists, Jan Hulsegge and Ad Verheul, who introduced this system. And yeah, nobody knows really about who had the idea and what is the idea for, because the snoezelruimte is something that is very static. It's also for person with autism, and we saw that a lot of people were using it also for people with dementia. So Arthur came with an idea that that the Sense Garden could be something related to nature. And if you see people with dementia, it's like an astronaut in space. They are alienated from reality, and they lose their lifeline. And what we bring back with the Sense Garden is that idea of the lifeline. So with emotions, we reconnect with the person with dementia. We had a study in 4 countries, 500 visit study with a protocol that has been published. We have more than 14 publications about the Sense Garden, and it's always following the same path. And it's really, we started from something very different from what we have here. But finally, we got, at the end, we got a system that was in place and really is helpful for people. We always start with the ALMA, the Art of Life Memory album, where you see that there is an introduction and a survey of the family members to get involved in the Sense Garden experience, because the Sense Garden is not only for the person with dementia, but it's also for the family members. So we have a socializing effect in the Sense Garden. This is very slow.
Can I have a look here to see how it reacts?
Okay,
and
yeah.
And then
it will come.
Yes.
In a few moments, there it is. So in the virtual garden, we have a sensory garden. So instead of the snoezelruimte, that's very static, we have a very personal experience. And the personal experience is done with 4K video. We control the sense, I think the very important one, a very subtle point in the Sense Garden. We use real fabrics, we'll see in the next picture. An immersive experience with a HD sound. And that's the really experience that they get in the Sense Garden, they get in a sort of virtual environment. I have here a photo from the Sense Garden in Norway. You see the fabrics on the wall, you see the mood lighting there, you see also the people showing their wedding photos, so it's very personalized. And we use that kind of touch points, milestone in their life to get involved in the Sense Garden. And what we do, we invite the family member, because I think it's a very important part for the Sense Garden that we socialize with the person with dementia and show to the people, to the Sense Garden, to the family members, what's still there. So you get a kind of respect, you get a kind of a value of the visit, because a lot of people who are visiting people with dementia, their father or mother, they say there's nothing really there. But if you go to the Sense Garden, you see the long-term memories are really there, and we are using them. And we're using them also in the serious gaming part. This is a menu. And you see it's for caregivers. It's a very simple one. So you see a butterfly game, Connect 4, tic-tac-toe, memory cards, very simple games, games they know from their childhood, and we are playing them online. Here we have an example that was a game developed by Canary Tech, a partner in our consortium, and they developed the game with the butterfly, and they just have to point at the screen where the butterfly has to go to the red flower, to the white flower, to the blue flower. And we had a little scoreboard. And then you have that self-esteem from the person with dementia still can do something like playing an online game. It's spectacular. So also with the memory game, so we use like old pictures, not the new ones. We use old pictures and they can connect to, and they see and they still, there's only like 10 cards, and we still have also like 4 and 6 cards. You have to make it very simple, but they still can remember, and they can do a memory game, and the people with dementia. This is a puzzle, and the puzzle is also connected to nature. I think the whole idea of the sense garden is everything connected to nature, because it's something that's really there. And they can do the puzzle game with only 6 pieces, but that's the idea, to make a very simple game and not to make it difficult to work with. At the end of every session, we have like a coffee moment, tea, if you like. And there we have like a survey from the caregiver, because all the information that is gathered in the sense garden, they're reflected into a survey, and we are using them in the publications. And it's really worthwhile, because you see that the caregiver also gets more involved with the person with dementia, and really can say about the person with dementia, can connect with. So if you see it from the point of view of the care home, it really makes sense to have a sense garden. We also involved in another European project, AL project, Remember Me, and that's about James, a socialized robot integrated in the service flats. We have some studies about it. We have also a possibility to win the Gold Award this year from Health and Technology in Cyprus. And we had last week, we had like an Italian broadcast on national TV about our project. So just to say, there's a lot to do with serious gaming and introducing them in robots, and to make them a useful system for people with dementia of mild cognitive impairment. So the next steps, the serious gaming platform like challenges, inviting peers to join the platform in 5 countries. So we are doing this now in Norway, Belgium, Romania, the Netherlands, and Portugal. Test case for easy recruitment of MCI patients and persons with dementia to test and develop serious gaming and exit games. A lot of problem that researchers have, that they don't have a customer base, they don't have a test, a cohort. So what we are doing, we inviting them to use our platform already installed to test their games, because it's so easy. You can put them online, they can be downloaded in the Sense Garden, and they can be tested. So you have real users, very easy platform to start with. Anonymization of data for general research and publication about serious gaming for the older adult with MCI. I think that's a very important one, because there is some data around, but if you go to the systemic review, you see that's not so much around. So we were helping with that one, and solving the language problems. You saw that we only use icons. We have a connection with the Sense Garden in really in China, in Arabic countries, in Canada, and in Mexico. To say so that there is a lot of interest in this kind of technology. So I think how simple you make it, how easy it is getting for people to really connect with. Okay, that's my presentation for Sense Garden.